And welcome back to Crypto Hulk Show. Again, another amazing show. What I'm going to show you today is Africa getting hooked up. You know, we went over BRICS, and I've been looking at trying to figure out for the past 4 years, over 4.5 years, you know, we found the Ripple Russia, Ripple China, Ripple Indonesia, these kind of things, but I've never found like anything with like Africa barely. I found something where South African bank was testing something, and there was some two Ripple partners in there, but it was like the whole continent of Africa. I mean, we got on the frick, ONAFRIQ, and that's big, but I haven't seen like Ripple Mozambique or no shit like that for Africa. Because Africa is like, I don't know how many countries make it up, 60 countries, or I have no idea. But it's splintered, meaning you got all these different kinds of countries and then warlords in some of the countries, and they're trying to kill the other people. And that makes it time for the Tipsy Robot. Cocktail Bar, Las Vegas. Hold on. That robot drink stuff. Okay. Let me go over that real quick because that's important. And then we'll get on to that thing called the show. So I started the show a little early today, so some people are going to be like, oh, I'm going to be late. I'm like, no, you're not. But the Tipsy Robot. So it would be cool to have it in the house. There's got to be 300 bottles of different alcohols hanging right above it. And the robot arm goes up and allows the alcohol thing to drain in and all that. Had a pretty much fun time in Vegas. I didn't have to pay for the room, the steakhouse meal, or the flight there and back, so that made the trip even better. I was able to buy some things there. But one thing I'm going to tell you it's hard to find good drinks and food in Vegas. I'm just letting you know. Maybe I'm a food critic. Maybe not. Maybe I just know what good food is. But first off, anything on the strip, you're overpaying and you're getting under-deserved. So you'll pay $30 for a Mexican breakfast, and it's like not even like it has this enchilada that barely has any chicken and some beans and rice, and that's $30 fucking dollars. And it's like, why? But then again, you're sitting in the Venetian, and you got a gondola boat going by you, and it's kind of nice in there. So you're paying, I guess, for that. But the tipsy bartender, no go. The drinks, I had 1 or 2 drinks from the tipsy bartender, and they're not good. It's more just for show. It's pretty cool to see it. It's fun. It's exciting, but the drinks are just not there. In fact, I got a DrinkWorks machine or whatever I used to show on my channel, and that made better drinks than what I had in Las Vegas. So anyhow, there's that. Wait, Will Davis. Will, thank you very much for that donation to the channel. It's tax-free. YouTube gets none of it. The IRS gets none of it. And I really totally appreciate that. Let's get into some business real first. Gold and silver coins. Where are we at as far as time? 5:30 yet? Oh, got 8 minutes. I could sit around here and bullshit for 8 more minutes. Gold and silver coins. Seriously, I don't make money off them at all. I make no commission, no nothing. Zip zero. Gold and silver coins you need to get through my channel. I do make some money off the hardware wallets, a percentage. And if I sell any kind of gold necklaces, or if it's just gold and silver coin only, I make zero money. The reason I'm pushing this every single show is I'm trying to get you prepared ahead of time. Don't overbuy your crypto. For every $1 in crypto that I spent, I've got 8 to 9 in silver and gold. Think about that. I know guys that got $1 million in crypto. I'm like, oh, so you got 8 million in gold? And they start laughing. I'm like, well, that's my ratio. Um, all the money. Yeah, Gen D, Hey Hulk family sounds like a fun trip. It was great. For the single guys that were there, I think it was called Bikini Week or Swim Week or whatever. Now, I'm not trying to get a black eye when I'm there, but like everywhere you're going, it's just like, fuck, get me in trouble. But I think I don't know what it was, but everybody was having pool parties or whatever it was, and they're like, I'm telling you what, some of the stuff I'm like, you cannot be wearing that in public. Like that can't be legal. But anyhow, it was a great trip. Now, the best food that I like that's reasonable on the strip. Oh my God, go to Resorts International where the Conrad is and stuff. To the whatever first floor or something where the casino is it casino level? I think it might have been casino level. They've got this barbecue place in there. Can't remember the name. Oh, tri-tip. Like I could literally cut it with my finger. It was that soft, smoky. Like the whole bottom floor of that Resorts International. They have a food court in there. You're walking away with about 30 bucks, 28, 27. But yeah, I ate that tri-tip. The 27 wasn't even full. But I'm gonna tell you what, the quality was amazing. So can I get back to dark sunglasses? Damn it, I knew that's what I should have done. So I don't want to get caught looking like a creeper, you know. So we like, excuse me? Like, oh damn, sorry. But I'm telling you what, if you're a single guy, like, oh my god, it was nutso. Absolutely nutso with the swim theme going on. It was just incredible. Jeremy the Great, remember for 13 months. Holy moly, Hulk, it's all coming together. Seems like everything is just a domino effect. I believe next year can be the one for sure. Just don't need no clown in office. You the man. Um, I heard they're ripping down my favorite hotel, the MGM Grand. No, not that one. It's the Mirage. I don't think the MGM is coming down. No, it's the Mirage. They're gonna tear that sucker down anytime now. That's what it was. Been around for 34 years. That casino was 34 years old. Circus Circus, that's the one they need to rip down. It's right next to Resorts World. Circus Circus has been there for like 50 years. That shit needs to come down. It's so disgusting in there. I saw a dog just bend over like and start taking a shit right in the lobby because these people bring their dogs in there. The Circus Circus is just completely disgusting. Gold and silver coins. And then we're going to get to the show. It's important that you have them because look, get enough crypto, but don't overbuy it. Um, how much do you need? Well, I mean, look, if we figure 10,000 in XRP, right? Then, I mean, for me, I'm shooting for 20 to 100 million and I'd be happy. I mean, I'd be happier with 100 million, duh. But I'm just saying, if I get 20 fucking million out of this, better than the 20 million I got right now, um, that'll probably put me up in $1 million house. I'll buy an apartment complex for about 2 million. Put 1 million in reserves, and but we'll get into some of that in the Crypto Hulk. Now that we're rich show, what do we do? I'll have professionals come in and we'll handle this thing. I didn't walk on the strip. There's too many hoodlums on the strip, and I'm like, fuck it. I'm just staying in the hotel, the Venetian. And they walked over to the Palazzo or something, but went through. Like, I'm not trying to walk with all these little fucking criminals and shit all up and down the strip. I'm not trying to get in a fight. I don't need to prove shit to nobody except me, myself, and I. Thoth the Atlantine, 3333. Thank you very much for that. Now, how do you buy the gold and silver coins? Because when gold goes to 10 grand, 15 or $20,000, I've already made 7,000 bucks off my gold, and I'm not going to say how much more I've made, but we'll say 7 grand in about 10 months. And when gold goes to 20 grand, that means I'll have made I don't know, 70,000, more than that. I'm telling you, I'm going to make a lot off gold. How do we get to where Crypto Hulk's gold and silver coins are? I sell hardware wallets as well. You need to learn how to use one of those. Go to my page where it says home, videos, shorts, live, playlist. Hit videos. Click on the first video you see. Okay, it says exposed. This content is hooking up with crypto. If you look down below the video, you'll see 291 views. 2 hours ago, 12 products. Go to the far right, and you'll see the word more, M-O-R-E. Click on that. It shows a 1 gram gold bar from Walmart. I think it was like 123 bucks for 1 gram. It's like a little tiny 1/10 of an ounce coin. This is by AppMex. A lot of the gold is from Walmart or AppMex, one of those two. But there you go. I highly suggest getting them. Your crypto, your gold and silver will take off first. Your crypto will take off last. Because what they're going to do is back the crypto with real world assets. Then you'll have a stable coin or something. It's going to be backed by gold. Every country in the world is going to be backing stuff with gold, silver. That's why I got it. All right. Turkey. Turkey is busting moves. Now, this article is about Turkey's moving into Africa. And I want to show you this, and I'm going to explain to you why. Anonymous user, member for 18 months. Right on. At the 2024 crypto explosion. It says Trump 2024. Well, we hope. Depends if the elections cheated again. Here's the article. It's from Bloomberg. Flexing its muscle, Turkey is spreading its influence in Africa. Okay, I'll kind of summarize it and then read a portion of it, all right? Big picture, Turkey is going to be a leader in crypto. They're a Ripple partner, and they have been for 10 years. No other channel has this evidence except you. You are the higher level members, so I'm having a program just for you. I wanted you to see this here. We're talking about Africa. Why? What does it have to do with oil? And okay, you notice how, see, all this is a game. I don't have all the answers. I'm just showing. What I do is I pick out things that I study, and I'm like, consider this. How is it America's not drilling any oil? Our government's making it impossible to drill oil. Our government's forcing us to start doing all this electric car shit, which our electrical grids cannot support all this charging. Hey, we can't even support what we got now where I live. In all of California, they start shutting down power grids when it gets too hot because we can't run the electricity through the grid. How the fuck are we supposed to charge cars? See what I'm talking about? So this shit is the nonsense that happens, okay? And what I want you to see here is Turkey is a Ripple partner going over to Africa, making deals to get oil. Meanwhile, the United States, what's Turkey doing over there? Turkey's going over to Africa, not Joe Biden or nothing. We're sitting around here fucking around. They're giving them military things. They're trading with them. What's America doing with Somalia and their oil? Nothing. Turkey's, yeah, we'll keep going with this. Turkey is seeking to extend its influence in Africa and strengthen energy securities. They're sending an 86-meter-long research vessel to go discover how much oil they could potentially get out of that country. Meanwhile, in America, we're fucking around with electric cars. I'm surprised not more people can see this. There's a lot of minerals, you know. What they'll probably do is Turkey will develop all these minerals and shit for these electric cars and then sell them to the United States. And I'm just like, wow. So they're going to get all the oil. Turkey's going to have all the oil they need and minerals and shit. We're going to sit around and walk and wear crappy clothes because we got no money and no cars, because we don't want to have oil because we're trying to be green. Nobody gives a fuck about that green planet shit, all right? Not me. Somalia, where Turkey operates its largest overseas military base. Isn't that something? Turkey is in Somalia to protect them against the Islamic group Shabab. Let's see. For Turkey, Somalia offers a geostrategic location to advance its influence on the Horn of Africa. Turkey's overall strategy to deepen diplomatic, commercial, and security ties across the African continent. Why aren't we doing that? Interesting. We need oil so bad, and we ain't doing a damn thing about it. What we're seeing here, I'm just kind of glancing through this article. What we're seeing, and they talk about drones. The article's kind of a big article. I'm not going to read it all because it's more like a history lesson dealing with Turkey and Somalia and stuff. The very last few pages, last few paragraphs here, Turkey has sought to reduce its dependence on energy inputs from Russia and Iran. Okay. Exploring oil in Somalia's offshore fields and everywhere or elsewhere would contribute to Ankara's diversification strategy, grow Turkey energy business, and expand regional presence of Turkish companies. All right, now that's important because what I'm going to show you next is something very slim. I only have 2 pieces of evidence for Ripple Turkey. Here's one of the evidences that I have. And you've seen this one before. Right there. Basically, it says Ripple Turkey. Looks like there's 2 names here, Ana Safia and Hakizimata, or whatever it is. This is one, and then I have the Ripple customer list from 2013 and 14, and it says Ripple Turkey on that. Those are the only 2 indications. So what do we have here, Crypto Hulk? Why did we just learn about Turkey's getting oil and setting up over there? Because Turkey is about to take off. Remember, they've got ahead their first mover advantage, okay? When all this crypto and everything pops off, you're going to need minerals, you're going to need infrastructure. Turkey is planning on expanding its empire. Do you see this? You need oil, gas, minerals, and all these things. They're getting ready to expand their empire. Turkey's going to blow out. This is what I'm telling you. Get the damn Turkish lira. So now we're in a private group here. My name's Crypto Hawk. I'm not a financial advisor, not a crypto advisor, none of the above. Don't buy anything I tell you to buy, all right? I want you to see this. This is why we're going over this, so I keep you years ahead. I don't care what the Turkish money is in right now. It's probably all smashed up. Get it, okay? If you're able to, maybe go on to a crypto exchange and convert your English dollar or whatever money you got for Turkish lira. See if you can do that. You know, maybe go on to an exchange, put $500 in there, and see if you can buy Turkish lira, or however it is. But because I'm showing you examples right here, Ripple Turkey. Okay, that's very important right there. And we're talking about Somalia. Now let's get back to Ripple. Africa is set to take off. I'm showing you right now, Stephen Morris. FYI, at the mall, they have a currency exchange machine. Okay, look into that one. Thank you very much for that donation. So this next article I just showed you, this is from about a year ago. Ripple partners with Onafric It's in Africa. We're talking about Africa right now. You got Turkey going over to Africa. They're not just doing it by themselves, or they're not going to be there by themselves. Ripple is right there. There's a company called Onafric. It used to be called MFS Africa. They joined up with PayAngel from the United Kingdom, PYYPL from the Middle East, and then Zazi Transfer from Australia. Why is Australia in there? Because Ripple sent one of their executives called Dilip Rao to Australia to build their cryptocurrency for the country of Australia. You see how all this is? And then this Onafric company, they're in Africa. They've got 500 million mobile wallets right now. Now, how old's this article? About a year ago. They probably got more than 500 million mobile wallets by now. It says 40 African countries. I bet you there's 45, 50. Who knows? And then there's 1,300 payment corridors. What I'm showing you between Turkey and that they're Ripple Turkey. Then you got the Ripple company from America is in Africa helping an organization called MFS Africa. See, Africa's different. They're not gonna just let nobody come into Africa. Okay? That's why it's taken so long. I told you, when Africa gets hooked up and they're ready to go, we're ready to be rich. Okay? This is the last frontier. You got to literally go from country to country to country and hook them up separately. Okay? With businesses. See, imagine having 50 United States. See, it's easier when you get one country. United States, 330, 40 million people. You can hook them all up in like a week. Because we got like, what, 10 banks? Like basically 10 banks. Everybody uses the same fucking banks. We got the internet. It's that easy. But in Africa, oh no. Oh no. Some countries don't even have internet. So now you can put satellite. That's what Elon's trying to do. So it's like, you see what's going on? Africa is being hooked up. And it's tough because you got all these different countries. Now, again, if you're interested in making any kind of money, buy some of these African. You got the article there. Look down at the bottom. It shows you all the Ripple-friendly countries, or the ones that have Onafric. Okay, that's where you want to go. 5 Dennis 123. Thank you for that tax-free donation. He says India and MENA converging on sub-Saharan Africa now. Mojaloop is deep in there, gonna supply phones. Yes, what we're seeing. I've got another article on Africa. I think I'll do that one next because I want you to see in Africa how it works. Is you got to go to these little companies that are already in Africa to get their trust. They don't want nobody taking their country from them. They don't want any kind of technology to help them lose control of their people. So in Africa, it's really slow because they want nothing to do with this shit. They don't have any electricity parts. So there's no satellite. There's nothing going on. And people trade where you bring a goat and you trade it for like 10 chickens or whatever it is. And that's kind of like what we got going on over there. Let me find the next article on Africa. Let me see what that is. And we'll go over India as well. Okay, here we go. Let me copy this. Another African article. Okay, the reason we're going over Africa again is Crypto Hulk. When are we going to be rich? And I'm like, well, when you can watch my show longer than 5 or 10 minutes, then you would know. All right. This is news from Zawaya, ZAWYA.com. It's like an African news organization, I believe. Here's the title. MasterCard collaborates with fintech startup Scale in Africa. Now let me explain what this is. Just like I was saying before, we were hearing about how Turkey is going into Africa to get oil and these things. What it's doing is it's using companies that are Somali companies, and it's going to find whatever countries are in Africa and go through them rather than just trying to kill all these people and take over Africa. That would be like very bad. Same thing's going on here with MasterCard. Now, MasterCard, we know, I'll show you the proof here later. MasterCard linked up with Ripple to make a card. Okay. So that card you can go use all your crypto anywhere. It's interoperable. The collaboration will alleviate key technical and commercial barriers. Right now, the reason things are so slow in Africa is they don't have the money or the technology. So, like I said, slow pokes, everything moves as fast as the slow pokes can go. And what MasterCard's doing with this company that's inside of Africa and has been since 2008, I did a little research on the company. It's called Scale Africa, SCALE, all one word, and then capital AFRICA, Scale Africa. So MasterCard, look, because I've been we know BRICS, BRIC, Brazil, Russia, India, China. We got connections with that. Where do you have all the Ripple this, Ripple that, blah, 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 blah. But there's nothing in Africa. And for like 4.5 years of doing this channel, I'm like, where's all the Ripple partners in Africa? There's almost like none. This is what's taking so long, okay? This exactly is it right here. Then you've got to get to run a bank or a money service. You got to have all these sponsors, and you got to be able to do all these things legally that these countries just don't have the money, and they don't have the colleges or the people to get the shit done. We're literally going to have to train these people. So what they're kind of doing is this MasterCard and Scale Africa. I'm going to kind of summarize this article for you. What they're doing is they're taking the tech to these poor African countries, finding businesses, doing most all the work for them, like plug and play. Literally, you just plug the shit in the wall, and you've got a kiosk where you can convert. They're doing all the conversion, and they're putting your face in the picture, and all. They're getting it all set up. That's what this company is doing down in Africa. Go to where it says BIN sponsorships. It's in bold type. In there, I got a paragraph highlighted. 1, 2, third paragraph. Fintech companies move at speed and require commercially viable collaboration. In order to run a fintech company, you've got to have people that can help you get stuff done. In Africa, they don't have anybody to help them. So that's where MasterCard is coming in with this Scale Africa company. Through our exciting partnership with MasterCard, Scale Africa, we are solving a major pain point and providing a single point of contact. So now African payments provider person runs a store or whatever, the damn machine busts, they don't got to call 5 different people. They make one phone call, okay? And they can have tech people fixing it for them. We're practically doing all this for Africa. So single point of contact, while absorbing the Scale Africa is going to absorb the complexities of seeking a bank BIN sponsor. I think there's something with international banking, and you have to have a sponsor bank. So they're taking care of everything for the African people. Okay, that's what this is. They put it, it's a one-stop shop. That's a good way to think. You got your techs, your banking people. They got extra fintech people that can help you. If you have a problem with the satellite, they'll get everything fixed for you. Okay, it's just like you just need to show up for work, and everything will be done. The next paragraph, go to the end where it says variety of advantages. So go down to where it says variety of advantages. It's written in dark, bold type. Go to the second paragraph, about third sentence. Now, what's in it for the government? Here we go. We've read where in Africa, the government tries to launch a cryptocurrency. It doesn't work good. People don't like it, and blah, blah, blah. And then the government tries to start forcing people to do this shit. That never works out good. People end up going to jail, hating the government. Riots occur. So what is Scale Africa and MasterCard doing? For governments, the new financial offerings available in the market will contribute to reducing cash-based transactions. This is what a lot of these African governments want. Hey, look, all these governments want to make us slaves, all right? The goal is to make us slaves. Let's just keep it real. So the government knows if it lets Scale Africa in with MasterCard, and we know that MasterCard's a Ripple partner, all this tech shit will be done, and people won't be keeping cash. The governments love that because now people have to use this electronic money. That's why these Africans have been trying to roll this out, but it just didn't work because they didn't have the right tech. Africa tried to link up probably with Vitalik Buterin, that crack smoker, and like that shit just wasn't working. Now you got MasterCard. Look, MasterCard has a lot of partnerships. And rather than the Africans deal with 10 different fintechs, 5 payment providers, 20 banks, just one person, Scale Africa. See how all this works? It works out brilliantly for the Africans. You've got everybody doing all this work for them. All they got to do is show up at work, unlock the door, and just go. It's all set up, ready to go. Okay, that's what's going on. So what's it going to do for governments is allow people to not use cash. That's what the governments in Africa have been wanting to do, enabling more people and businesses to participate in economic development. So in Africa, people are now going to start having phones. Somebody was saying Mojo Loop, or somebody's passing out phones and stuff. You're going to have satellites and phones. That's where this ends up. And then these people then can grow their own businesses. It says boosting gross domestic product, GDP. So these Africans can start building their business, and then the governments can start taxing them, and the governments can make money. The people will still be slaves because it'll be electric money, but the government will make more tax money. That's what this is all about. I'm not going to show you this article here, but I showed it in my little video. It's from Scale Africa. I went back to 2008. I found out that there was a man and a woman that started this. It was very interesting. The guy worked for a big international bank. I can't see exactly. Here it was. Okay, his name is Guy. Hey, Guy. Guy, who was originally from Zimbabwe. So he is obviously African, works for a global investment bank. Now, the woman, her name, what was her name? They were married. Erin is her name. Erin. Erin McGurn and Guy Barron. How about that couple? That's a marriage made in heaven for you. Something to do with New York. They were both living in New York. I guess he's from Zimbabwe. They start this bit. So originally, now this is 2008. And I'm just like, damn. So I scroll all the way down to the bottom. And the project is funded entirely through private donations. The Secure Africa thing. To help us achieve the current fundraising goal, you can make your secure donation through PayPal. So Elon Musk was all up in this. And Peter Thiel and all this stuff, okay? This company, right, Cheer. So there's your connections. Then, okay, I'm looking at their website here. I'm not going to copy it. I'm just going to show you what I'm seeing. It's not much, but they have a section here, regulatory guidelines for startup. Regulatory guidelines for startup. Okay. There's some other options here to click on, not a bunch more. But what's Crypto Hulk's gut telling them? This ain't just some little startup, okay? What we got Africa getting hooked up with crypto. You got some little company called Scale Africa that's been around. Now let's look, and they know about guidelines for startups and regulations and stuff. See what's happening? These crypto startups are happening, and they're all getting regulations. See how beautifully all this is working out through a little company, Scale Africa. Well, here's the evidence here that Ripple and MasterCard joined up. Let me show you this article here. So now you can see, look at that article there. Henry Brown, thank you very much for that. Call Crypto Hulk and it'll get taken care of. Only true lies where the truth is. Stranger than fiction. George Clinton said, free your mind. Now, if you look at that MasterCard that I just sent you right here, it partners with Ripple. So we really know how all this works. I mean, you could use whatever cryptos you want, because what Ripple will do is convert it into whatever you want. MasterCard comes in with all this kind of technology, and you add to it Ripple's exchange, crypto exchange, and the reliability. The ledger's never been hacked, unlike Ethereum and these other things. Now, I looked on LinkedIn for a little search on this Scale Africa, and I found something that was very interesting. Scale Africa, uncovering patterns and strategies for entrepreneurs to build sustainable business in Africa. And there's like 2 to 10 employees working for this company. That's okay. I don't understand that. You got like 2 people working there sometimes, and then 10 people at other times. Also, what's interesting is in the overview section, we are a digital media and tech PR startup positioned. So we are a digital media and tech public relations startup positioned to create. It almost makes it sound like they're saying they're a startup, but they're not. But they're a digital media tech startup. Whatever. But how are we doing this now with like 2 people sometimes, right? I'm not really seeing it, but let me click on the home section. You know, and what's also weird is it's not, let me see if it's showing who works there. It might show 3 people here. It says people you may, I don't even know if it shows anybody who's working there. So this is just what I'm saying. Like, this has got to be like some government thing. It's not making sense to me. So I just find it very interesting. I already showed you the Ripple Onafric, which covering Africa. I'm not going to re-show that one. And then I'm going to end that article right there. I just wanted to show you 2 articles back to back on Africa and how tech is getting into Africa through Onafric, and Onafric's tied in with the United Kingdom and Australia and United States being Ripple. And then you got Turkey going into Africa, trying to get minerals and oil, and because Turkey's planning on being a powerhouse. Their first day Ripple partners for like 10 years now. Okay, I want you to see how this is getting all set up. With what might happen, we talked about buying some Turkish lira. Look, all countries around the world, money is going to go up in value. Okay, but some are going to go up more than others, and then maybe come back down when everybody catches up to them. But Turkey's going to be one of those where you get that lira and they take off, boom, they drill oil in Africa, they're doing all these things, their money just goes right up. That's when you can sell off and put it into something else, okay? That's what I'm seeing. Let me check really comments here real quick. So, okay, next article. Let's go with Japan. Okay, here's a good article on how we're going to be rich. Sometimes I need to throw that in to remember that one day it will happen. Hopefully before I'm a senior citizen. Okay, here's your article right here. It's about Japan. Here's the title. Now, Crypto Newsflash is not really one of my most reputable places I get information, but nonetheless, it's some good information on this article. There's some hype in there. They're trying to sell us some CTF token. I'm not going to talk about CTF token. So, yeah, I'm going to completely ignore that because here's the giveaway. It says CTF tokens are going to go from 72 cents now up to $500. And so it's kind of like they're trying to make you think. Like, so don't buy CTF. I mean, if you want to, it's up to you, but I wouldn't do that. All right. Okay, so I just wanted to acknowledge that before I started the article, because that's kind of like dumb shit in an article. And that means I don't have the reputation of Crypto Newsflash is really not the best. So just keep that in mind. I mean, you can look into that, read the article about the CTF shit if you want to get it, but I'm not going to, I wouldn't recommend it. But I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just not going to recommend it. Maybe you make a lot in it. I don't know. According to a report, here's another one. According to a report, what fucking report? So here's another, who wrote this article? Okay, Alex Morrison wrote it, and it was edited by John Kiguru. Yeah, those are probably C students at community college. All right. According to a report, okay, banks in Japan will adopt XRP for transactions. That's definitely true. This monumental decision positions Japan at the forefront of digital currency integration. That's 100% true. They're not giving you evidence. I will give you evidence after this article that Japan's been a Ripple partner from day one. I will show you the Ripple. Oh, I'm not going to show that. Hold on, let me look at my news articles here. MP, so that's an Indian one. That's the Indian article. Okay, so we have the Japanese article here we're focusing on. We scroll down past all that CTF token dumb shit. The Strategic Business Innovator Group, that's SBI out of Japan. We all know that SBI is a Ripple partner. They own like 10% of the company. Yoshitaka Kitao is the CEO. He loves XRP. He said it publicly. None of this is any secret information, but it's in Japan. Earlier this year, now here's what's important. Here's where my ears started to pop up. Earlier this year, SBI Holdings CEO, Mr. Kitao, revealed plans to launch the SBI VC trade platform. I think that's venture capital trade platform, which will allow verified members to purchase XRP and other tokens using the Japanese yen. This platform is set to go live in March. That's spring of next year. That's what I'm telling you guys. Some big stuff, in my opinion, is going to be happening in spring of next year. That's been my prediction now for about 10 months. Remember what I told you? Everything is looking like they're trying to finish it up before the end of 2024, and that something's going to launch spring of 2025. We're seeing it again, right? Hey, I'm not saying we're going to be rich. What I'm saying is this is what I'm seeing. I don't know what's going to happen. I can only show you what I discover or what I notice. A whole lot of this shit seems like end of year. This has to be done, 2024. And then I see other things like starting early 2025. Like I'm seeing these connections over and over again, okay? Katao has been a strong advocate for XRP because the cross-border transactions, there's a thing called XRapid. Using XRP is getting widespread. It seems that the use of Ripple's technology will gradually become more prevalent in the international money transfer field. They're talking about liquidity in this article. As XRP adoption gains momentum across Japan's banking sector, the increase in liquidity is expected to facilitate larger volumes of cross-border transactions. The launch of SBI's VC Trade will further enhance this liquidity, making it easier for banks to conduct international transactions with minimum friction. This is where I've heard we got the Ripple stable coin, the US dollar stable coin. This is they talk about liquidity with that. This has something to do. I'm not an expert in all this, but I was hearing how the stable coin that Ripple's making is going to deal with liquidity. So I'm waiting to see how all this comes out. It says here, by 2025, Japan could become a global leader in a digital currency usage, with every bank in the country leveraging XRP. Oh my. Now let's get out of that article and show you some evidence on how far back. Japan's going to be another one of those first mover advantages. 5 Dennis 123. Thank you very much for that donation again. Tax free. Dennis says SBI has been distributing XRP to thousands of wallets for years on the XRP ledger per XRP scan. Now that he said that, look what I showed you here. Go to this. I know they're cooking steak in there. I think they're burning it or something. We got here this article. It's 1 minute and 3 seconds long. I want you to go to the 52-second mark. Go to the 52-second mark. This is from like 2014. This was off one of the shows I did. It's called Cyberbank. Welcome to Japan's largest. Now I want you to listen to this. 10 years ago. Okay. Welcome to Japan's largest virtual currency exchange. It's a crypto exchange. Something-based virtual currency gateway that installs Japan's first Ripple ATM and issues, listen to this, Ripple cash cards. There used to be Ripple ATMs in Japan, and you could get a cash card. That's how far back this goes. Next article is this. Ripple Trade Japan, something you never hear on any other channel. Like that Cyberbank shit with Ripple's first, like, trivia question. Where was the first Ripple ATM? Wait, trivia question. Was there ever a Ripple ATM If so, where was it located? The answer to that would be Japan, 2014, and they had cash cards. See, stuff that I teach you on this channel, no other channel has this because they don't bother to do any work to find information like me. Takes too long. Look what we got here. Ripple. Oh, wait. Are you seeing a link called Ripple Trade Japan? See if that web archive thing works. So 5 Dennis 123. The link from web archive works. Okay. Now, what I showed on my little video, this page here, I'm not going to, but at the top, it's in the same colors as Ripple. It's in that light bluish or whatever. Ripple Trade Japan. If we scroll down and we look, we're seeing a gateway address, which Dennis loves those gateway addresses. Hold on a second here. Due to changes in wallet, now here this is 2014. They already were converting XRP and the Japanese yen. Look, all this shit was already done. Okay, people, you guys who watch my show, everything we're seeing now, most all the shit was done. I don't know why it's taken so long to get rich, but I'm just showing you this right here. Credit limit settings so that you can have a wallet, a Ripple wallet. There's the address there. You can convert RTJ and JPY. Those are Japanese money. On August 29th, 2014, we have switched our main trading accounts to Sumi Shin SBI Bank under the name funds to Sum Shin SBI Bank. Down below, 2014, also August 28th, about Ripple Wallet help. The contents on the help page are from the beta version of the Ripple Wallet. Everybody, look. I'm showing you what no other channel has. And what we got going on here is SBI has been working with Ripple for like 10 years. Okay. No other channel has. Even people that are supposed XRP maxis don't have this information. But what you're seeing here is we got Ripple wallets. They're converting stuff. I'm looking at, yeah, all this trading crypto and XNF, Dogecoin was being traded here back. What year was this? I'm seeing the word Dogecoin. 2014, Dogecoin was around. Bitcoin, Ripple, Litecoin, something called Gems, and then XNF. But I just wanted to show you that SBI, because nobody has evidence of this except me, and now you guys have it. But SBI has been a partner of Ripple for 10 years. And I have the evidence to show it right here. They had wallets, exchanging and wallets. Oh, yeah, all the good stuff. Robert Driscoll, firsthand information priceless. Thanks, Hulk and members. Well, you know, that's what you get. You're a member of this channel, so you're going to get information no other channel can give you. These people, they operate on hype. Yeah, pretty interesting stuff. Okay. Now let's go to India. We do a copy and a paste. Let's see here. India. Why are we learning about India? Well, Ripple is a partner of India's largest bank. Let's look at that one. India's largest bank is HDFC. I believe that's what it is, and that's a Ripple partner. So India knows exactly what all this is. Now, Google and Ripple are partners. Let me show you this one. Hold on a minute. So let's look right here. What I just showed you. Google-backed payment company Ripple. Google-backed payment company Ripple. It's not Ethereum or it's not Bitcoin. It's nobody else. Okay. It says here. This article was, look at this, 7 years ago. 7 years ago. Google-backed payment company Ripple's in talks with NPCI. That's National Payments Corporation of India. We know that Access Bank, Yes Bank, those were the first banks to onboard Ripple. This is 7 years old news right here. I'll click out of that. Now go back to the original article. Beyond QR codes, how biometrics will secure your UPI payments. NPCI is in talks to introduce biometric authentication for UPI payments, aiming to enhance security and reduce fraud. Customers would use fingerprints or facial recognition instead of PINs, personal identification numbers. That is what we got going on in India now. Ripple's been running all these payments all these years for 7 years, and it's all and it's all good. So now what they got to do is get with this biometric stuff where you eliminate credit cards. You can eliminate your phone. Pretty soon, you can go to a place and put your fingerprint on a scanner and do a facial recognition. That's your credit card in the future, everybody. That's where this goes. So the government's going to know everywhere you go. It's all bad, but that's how it is. Let's go to the third paragraph, paragraph number 3. Currently, UPI transactions require a PIN. Next sentence. With the rise in cyber, now see, here's how they're trying to do this. They're trying to talk about, yeah, all this crime out there and stuff. Yeah, we got to do facial recognition. That's how they're getting you to think that you're going to be a slave, is to show you about the cyber threats, digital fraud. It's just so dangerous out there. And, we could take your fingerprint and have your face all registered. And then one day, here's what they don't tell you. And then one day when you post on social media and we don't like what you post, we shut you down. Because that 7-Eleven, that place you want to go to buy food or whatever, well, guess what? We're going to put a block because you're a danger to society. You're trying to cause riots from your website, Crypto Hulk, so you won't be able to go anywhere in India. Your money's no good. With the rise in cyber threats and digital fraud, there's a growing need for a more robust security measures. This is where hope for fraud. Well. They talk about the benefits of biometrics. Oh, God, yes. Let's look at the next. It says, how will it work? So scroll down to where it says, how will it work? Go to the next paragraph. The paragraph starts, after registration and linking, the biometrics of customers are encrypted and stored securely in a central database. While making payments, here's what the customer has to present: his or her biometric characteristics, which is then scanned by a point of sale machine and matched against the stored data for verifying the identity. So you have NPCI, right? You have an account with NPCI. You're gonna either, you know how Apple used to have a fingerprint scanner? Okay, that was all bad, but they're probably going to come back. Somebody's going to come back with a fingerprint scanner. You can put it on your phone, and then now that goes to NPCI. Then you do a face selfie and a side selfie, maybe an anal probe. Who knows? Hey, I'm not going to be getting that one. I'll pass on that. But with this biometric stuff, now NPCI has it stored in their database. Okay, you're traveling in India. You don't have a credit card or a phone. You don't need one. You walk into the grocery store, you put your fingerprint and do your face, and there you go. You just bought yourself some butter chicken. All right. And that machine at the Indian restaurant sends your information. They take a picture. This is all bad. Everybody's going to have all of our information. This is so all bad. But that system that that restaurant's using copies your biometric data and then sends it to NPCI. NPCI looks at the data, says, yep, that's Crypto Hulk, sends it back, and I get to walk off with butter chicken. Okay, that's how this is working in India. They're getting close to getting this all done. That's when you know, look, everything's going to crypto wallets, no more cash, no more credit cards, all things. It's going to be like a phone and digital wallets in a phone. Nothing touches or whatever. Or you can do the thing where you do the thumbprint and the facial. That's where this is going. Crypto's not taken off until a lot of the world has that capability. So there you go with that. Let's check some comments here. XRP Falee. In this theory of mine, they have all of our face and biometrics already with the iPhone. It's been years now. Yeah. They will, MC Prosperities, like they will push hard for facial recognition. So if you do something that they don't like, they know who you are and come right to your house and arrest you. I'm telling you. I mean, that's where the world's going. So I know in the short run, I've never hid this at all. From day one when I started the show, I'm like, we're all going to be slaves. I mean, think about that. Like, oh yeah, let's watch that Crypto Hulk show. Yeah, he's a brand new guy. He's talking about us being slaves. But what I wanted to do was teach all of you what's coming. Okay, some bad shit is coming for us in about 10 to 15 years. It's not going to be. It's going to be very, very bad in 10 to 15 years from now. I can already see how communist the United States, they're pushing it so hard, all this communist stuff, and then you have to force facial recognition. It's just going to be, it's going to be horrible. I already know. You're such an optimist. So what I figured was this. I'm going to show you guys what I discovered. People want to watch my channel, great. I try to keep you in advance 1 to 2 years of shit, okay? I uncover all these connections that nobody else has. It's designed to get you rich first before everybody else. And then, I don't know, we'll get into something after. Maybe when Crypto Hulk, we get rich, then it's kind of like we start looking at international shit. But I'm not getting into all that stuff right now. Oh shit, we're at the 1 hour mark. All right, this show is over. Now you can't stay here. You don't have to go home, but you just can't stay here. I'm suddenly depressed again. The future is the Running Man. Engrave. Now I haven't heard that one for a while. All right, Danny Boy, Mac JC5, XRP Flea, everybody. I think I saw Stu Lavelle in there. Yep, he showed up. And there you go. That's today. I'm going to work on tomorrow's show when I get done with this. And what time we got? 6:30? Give me like 2 to 2.5 hours, and I should have a show all set up for tomorrow. This is Crypto Hulk, and I'll see you in my next broadcast.